Well, what we're seeing right now is the conflict in Iran is causing gas prices to go up for many reasons. And this is not atypical in these geopolitical situations. We saw the same thing in 2012 when Ukraine invaded, or when Russia invaded Ukraine, rather. And it seems as if this gas price spike has really kind of come on strongly just in the past few days.
A historic step for Greece in space is underway. For the first time, a Greek scientist is entering the European Space Agency's astronaut training program, paving the way for a future Greek presence on a space mission. Dr. Adrianos Golemis crossed the threshold of the European Astronaut Center in Cologne after a demanding selection process, in which he stood out among more than 22,000 candidates.
Έχουμε καλά νέα. Η Ελλάδα, εκτός από την φυσική της παρουσία στο διάστημα με τους μικροδορυφόρους, φαίνεται να αποκτά ή να μπαίνει σε μια διαδικασία να αποκτήσει πλέον και ανθρώπους στο διάστημα. Όντως, ο Ανδριανός είναι ένα παράδειγμα ανθρώπου όπου όλα αυτά τα χρόνια παρακολουθεί διαστημικές αποστολές όντας και γιατρός. Ο ίδιος, το τελευταίο διάστημα αναζητήσαμε τρόπους να υποστηρίξουμε την παρουσία του σε προγράμματα εκπαίδευσης, προκειμένου πλέον να δρομολογηθεί και η συμμετοχή του σε μια τέτοια αποστολή.
Dr. Golemis will soon begin his training in the ESA program, a big step forward according to the Greek minister.
Είναι πολύ σημαντικό βήμα γιατί θα ήταν καλό να θυμηθούμε που ήταν η Ελλάδα σε όλο αυτό το διαστημικό πρόγραμμα πριν από λίγα χρόνια, που μόνο ως ανέκδοτο μπορούσαμε τότε να μιλήσουμε για την θέση της Ελλάδας στο διάστημα.
Space technologies already have practical applications in everyday life, as satellite data is used for a multitude of environmental as well as telecommunications and defense technology.
Η Ελλάδα κοιτάζει πλέον ψηλά, με τους δικούς της δορυφόρους, με διεθνείς συνεργασίες, με τον στόχο για την αποστολή του πρώτου Έλληνα αστροναύτη στο διάστημα, ανοίγει δρόμους στην καινοτομία και την τεχνολογία. Το μήνυμα είναι σαφές. Το διάστημα δεν είναι πλέον μακριά, είναι απλώς το επόμενο βήμα. Από την Αθήνα για το euronews, Φέη Δουλγέρη.
This individual was buried properly originally because we could find the arms, including the fingers that are very easy, as you can understand, can be removed. So everything was in correct position. And then we have a thorax that was reversed. So this was telling us, and all the bones were still in their position, which again means that this happened while, not after the decomposition, but while the decomposition was ongoing or just after death. So this was already enough to call our attention to understand that there was something unusual going on, that this is not anything like Christian practice. Second thing we noticed was in laboratory, and that was all these unusual fractures, and we also noted that the individual was killed. So that was already calling our attention even more, because now we realize that definitely something is happening there. Our face, our shape of our face, and symmetry or asymmetry is already like it's already how to say it, formed by our shape of our skull. So how big the nose and how wide the nose, the shape of the eyes, the chin, all of this is already the structure. Our skull is giving the structure. There are of course some things that we cannot really know. So if the person had a long hair, short hair, no hair, if they were wearing beard or not, these are some artistic freedoms, because we cannot know these things.
It's really hard right now to get a political documentary seen by people. We're facing a crisis of distribution and so many other challenges for these kinds of films. So this road for us, this campaigning, it's all about just trying to get these important stories to audiences.
Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
Должны либо прочитать стихи, либо, сделать презентацию, либо фотку.
План не здесь.
Мы настолько ебанулись. Мне же поручили это все снимать. Я для них, получается, пропагандист.
Я люблю свою работу, но не хочу становиться пешкой режима.
Ты в тюрьму захотел?
Ну что вам Евгения Владимировна будет говорить, она думает.
This film's about a lot of things, but one thing that it's about to me is about the choices we face, the moral choices we face. When dark forces are transforming your society in ways that you can't accept, what is our responsibility? Because when a society is lost, when freedom is lost, it's really just about the complicity, the thousands of complicit acts that we just undertake every single day. And nothing really is going to change unless we take some risk, like the main character in this film did.
Войны выигрывают не полководцы, а школьные учителя.
It's the outcome of his time in Normandy. He moved there in 2018 and then worked there very intensely also during the lockdown. And Here in Normandy is very much basically a composite image. It's a 70-meter long work here, composed of 100 works. He did on the iPad, plein air, outdoors. It was inspired, of course, by the Chinese scrolls he saw in the 80s in the Metropolitan Museum, but also very much inspired by Bayeux.
I think foreign artists, as they get older, of course, they've got a lot of memory to lean back on and all their career that they've been through. But he's also living in the present. This is him living in Normandy, spending a year there, seeing how the seasons change. He's still enriched by nature, which I think is really beautiful and wonderful.